There is a table in your memory that you return to whether you want to or not. It does not matter how many years pass or how far you travel from that house. The table remains. You can see the chairs, the familiar faces, the way the light falls across the room at that specific hour. You are sitting there. Maybe you are a child with legs too short to reach the floor. Maybe you are the age you are now, returning home for a holiday you have been dreading for weeks. The feeling has never changed, not once in all these years. You speak, and something strange happens. The words leave your mouth, but seem to dissolve before reaching anyone. The conversation continues as if you are a ghost. You announce something meaningful, a job, a decision, a dream you have been nurturing. And before you finish the sentence, someone changes the subject. Your mother asks your brother about his weekend. Your father reaches for more food. The moment passes and your announcement hangs there, unacknowledged, slowly fading into silence. Then you watch your sibling say something ordinary, something unremarkable, and the table comes alive. Laughter, questions, engagement. The warmth you have been craving flows freely toward them while you sit 3 feet away, starving. You have told yourself for years that you are imagining this, that you are too sensitive, too needy, too focused on comparing yourself to others. You have whispered these rationalizations in the dark after family gatherings, trying to talk yourself out of the pain. Families are complicated, you tell yourself. Everyone has struggles. You should be grateful. But the rationalizations have stopped working. There is a wound in your chest that logic cannot close. It throbs when you see their names on your phone. It aches for days before holidays approach. It bleeds quietly every time you witness another family interact with warmth you have only seen in films. The truth is that you are not crazy. You are not too sensitive. You see exactly what is happening. You have always seen it. The problem was never your perception. The problem was that you were taught to doubt your own perception by the very people hurting you. They told you that you were overreacting when you were reacting appropriately. They told you that you were the problem when the problem was everywhere except inside you. And because they were your family, because you depended on them, you believed them. You took their version of reality and swallowed it whole, and even though it was poison. Niccolo Machiavelli understood this dynamic 500 years ago. He observed that people do not respond to who you are. They respond to the position you occupy in their mental hierarchy. And that position was decided before you had any say. In families, this assignment happens in infancy. Before you could form words, your parents looked at you and began writing a story. They gave you a role based on their needs, their fears, their unprocessed wounds, and you have been performing that role ever since. Not because it fits you, but because you never knew there was another option. You have tried to change the story. Of course you have. You looked at the role you were assigned and decided to prove them wrong. You thought if you achieved enough, if you stacked accomplishment upon accomplishment until the pile was undeniable, they would have to see you differently. So you climbed. You worked harder than your siblings ever worked. You pushed through exhaustion, through doubt, through moments when giving up seemed like the only option. You collected degrees, promotions, awards, properties. You built a resume specifically designed to force respect from people who withheld it. And maybe you succeeded. Maybe by every external measure, you have surpassed everyone at that dinner table. Maybe you have more money than your parents dreamed of. Maybe you have achieved things your siblings cannot comprehend. But then comes the test. The holiday gathering, the family reunion you thought about skipping but attended anyway. because some part of you still hopes this time will be different. You arrive with your accomplishments glowing around you like armor, and within an hour, the old dynamic reasserts itself with precision that takes your breath away. The same dismissive tone in your mother's voice, the same way your father's eyes slide away when you are mid-sentence. The same subtle comparisons to your sibling who has achieved a fraction of what you have, but somehow still occupies the throne. You mention a promotion, and your mother asks why you work so much instead of focusing on family. You share that you bought a house, and your father finds something wrong with the neighborhood. You introduce a partner who treats you with love and respect, and within the hour someone has planted a seed of doubt designed to undermine what you have built. The evidence does not matter. The proof does not register. You could win a Nobel Prize, and your mother would ask why you did not call more often. You could become a billionaire, and your father would remind the table about the time you failed a test in 7th grade. The achievements that impress everyone else bounce off your family like rain off stone. Here is what Machiavelli understood that you need to hear. Respect is not earned through achievement when the disrespect was never about your capabilities. You cannot prove your way out of a prison built from perception. Your family does not disrespect you because you have not achieved enough. They disrespect you because respecting you would require them to dismantle a story they have been telling themselves for your entire life. Think about what your success means to them. If you are the struggling one, and suddenly you are not struggling, what does that say about all the years they treated you as lesser? If you are the difficult one, and suddenly you are thriving, what does that reveal about their judgment? Your growth is not inspiring to them. It is threatening. Every achievement you accumulate is a silent indictment of their perception. And rather than admit they were wrong, they minimize your success, attribute it to luck, bring up ancient failures to balance the scales. Their identity is entangled with the family narrative, and that narrative requires you to stay in your assigned position. Your job has been to be lesser so they can feel greater. When you stop performing that job, you are not celebrated. You are punished. Every dysfunctional family operates like a small kingdom, and every kingdom has a structure. There are roles that must be filled for the system to maintain itself. Most people never see this structure because they are inside it, like fish who cannot perceive water. But the structure is there, shaping every interaction, determining who receives love and who receives blame. Two of the most common and destructive roles are the golden child and the scapegoat. If you are watching this video, if these words are landing in your chest like stones, you already know which role you were assigned. The golden child can do no wrong. This is not because they are perfect. Often they are mediocre at best. But the family has decided they represent success, so their flaws are explained away, their failures reframed as learning experiences, their moderate achievements celebrated as extraordinary. The golden child receives patience when they make mistakes. They receive the benefit of the doubt. They receive warmth and attention, and the sense that they belong, that their presence is a gift rather than a burden. The scapegoat can do no right. This is not because they are failures. Often they are the most capable, the most sensitive, the most aware person in the family. But the family has decided they represent the problem, so their achievements are minimized, their struggles magnified, their attempts to connect treated with suspicion. The scapegoat receives criticism when they make mistakes. They receive blame when anyone makes mistakes. The same behavior from both children receives opposite responses. The golden child forgets a birthday, and the family makes excuses. They were so busy. The scapegoat forgets a birthday, and the family shakes their heads. Typical. So selfish. Always been this way. This is not about the actual children. It never was. The golden child exists to prove the parents are good parents. The parents point to the golden child and see their own success reflected back. The scapegoat exists to absorb the family's dysfunction, to carry the shadow no one else will face, to provide an explanation for problems that would otherwise require the parents to examine themselves. When something goes wrong, the scapegoat is blamed. When tension rises, the scapegoat is the target. This protects everyone else from accountability. The wound of being the scapegoat is not just the mistreatment. It is the confusion. You grew up watching a sibling receive warmth denied to you, praise you never heard, patience never extended in your direction, and your child mind, desperate to make sense of the situation, drew the only conclusion that seemed logical. If they treat my sibling well and me poorly, the variable must be me. Something must be wrong with me. I must be the problem. This conclusion felt rational. It was also poison. It became a core belief that burrowed into your psyche and infected everything. Your relationships, your career, your sense of what you deserve. You have spent decades trying to fix what was wrong with you, never realizing nothing was ever wrong with you. The wrongness was in the system. You were never the problem. You were the designated carrier of everyone else's unprocessed pain. You have tried everything else. Make a list in your mind. You have tried achieving more, hoping success would change their perception. You have tried explaining better, finding perfect words that would make them understand. You have tried being more patient, absorbing more mistreatment, giving them more chances than they deserved. You have tried setting boundaries gently, using careful language from therapy or self-help books. You have tried honest conversations, vulnerable heart-to-hearts where you laid your pain on the table. You have tried writing letters. You have tried suggesting family therapy. You have bent yourself into shapes that should not be possible, contorting your personality, your needs, your identity, trying to find the configuration that would finally earn you a seat as an equal. Nothing has worked. Nothing will work. This is not because you have not tried hard enough. This is because you are trying to solve a problem that does not want to be solved. The family system is functioning exactly as designed. The disrespect is not a bug. It is a feature. They need you to be lesser so they can maintain their sense of worth. They need you in your assigned position so the narrative can remain coherent. They will not thank you for disrupting this. They will resist, guilt, gaslight, and punish. And they will do this while claiming to love you, while insisting family is the most important thing, while painting you as the ungrateful one, tearing everyone apart. Machiavelli understood that some battles cannot be won through direct engagement. Some fortresses cannot be taken no matter how many resources you throw at them. The only winning move is to change the game entirely. For you, this means strategic distance, not dramatic confrontation, not a volcanic explosion at Thanksgiving where you list every grievance, not an ultimatum that gives them ammunition to paint you as unstable. Just quiet, consistent, unapologetic distance. You stop being so available. You respond to messages when it suits your schedule, not within minutes when they expect. You let calls go to voicemail and return them when you are ready. You decline invitations without lengthy explanations. I cannot make it becomes a complete sentence. You stop volunteering information about your life. When they ask questions, you answer in generalities. You become pleasant but unreachable, warm but opaque. You stop seeking their approval, asking their advice, updating them on achievements hoping this time they will be impressed. Watch what happens. First, confusion, because you have always been accessible, always trying. Then, irritation, because how dare you change the rules of a game they were winning. They may try to provoke you back into the old dynamic. Do not take the bait. Stay pleasant. Stay distant. Your absence creates a vacuum. They may complain that you have changed, that you think you are better than everyone. Let them. Their complaints are evidence the dynamic is shifting. You are no longer performing your assigned role. While they may never respect you, they will have to reckon with the fact that you are no longer available to disrespect. The hardest part of this journey is not creating distance from them. It is confronting what that distance reveals. When you stop orienting your life around their approval, when you stop measuring your worth by their reactions, you come face to face with a terrifying emptiness. Who am I when I am not performing for them? You have spent so many years trying to prove yourself to people who refused to be convinced. That project consumed enormous energy. It shaped your choices, your career, your relationships, your very identity. Now that you are stepping away, you may discover you do not know what you actually want. You do not know who you actually are. You do not know what kind of life would actually fulfill you, versus the life you were building to impress people who would never be impressed. This is the real work now. Not fixing them, and not waiting for them to change. Not hoping distance will teach them a lesson. Building a self that does not require their validation. And that work begins with grief. You must grieve the family you deserved but never received. The parents who would have seen you clearly, celebrated your uniqueness, made you feel safe and wanted and enough. Those parents exist in some parallel universe, but not this one. Until you mourn that fantasy, you will keep trying to resurrect it in people incapable of delivering it. The grief is not a one-time event. It comes in waves. A scene in a movie where a parent holds their child with tenderness. A stranger in a coffee shop laughing easily with their mother. Let the waves come. Do not fight them. The grief is the price of seeing clearly. Then you build. Relationships with people who met you as an adult, who have no investment in the old narrative, who respond to who you actually are. These become your chosen family. Friends who become closer than siblings. Mentors who offer guidance your parents could not provide. A partner who reflects your actual worth. These relationships will feel strange at first, because you are not used to being seen. You may unconsciously try to recreate the familiar dynamic, positioning yourself as lesser, waiting to be dismissed. You may sabotage good relationships because love feels unsafe, like it must be a trick. Notice when this happens. Resist it. Stay in the discomfort of being valued. Let it become your new normal. One day, you will sit at a table you built yourself. The faces around you will be people who chose to be there, and whom you chose in return. There will be no invisible hierarchy, no undercurrent of judgment, no waiting for approval that never arrives, just presence, just warmth, just the simple peace of being seen and accepted exactly as you are. And you will think of the old table, the one where you shrank yourself to fit, the one where you performed for an audience that refused to applaud. And you will feel something unexpected, not bitterness, not rage, gratitude, because that table, with all its dysfunction, taught you something invaluable. It taught you what you would never accept again. It taught you the worth of respect by showing you its absence. It forced you to build something better because it refused to give you what you needed. The wound became the teacher, and the teacher finally set you free.